A year has passed since the announcement of a Warhammer 40K cinematic universe, a collaboration between Games Workshop, Amazon, and the avid fan and actor Henry Cavill. This grand-scale project has left many speculating about its future. The turmoil in Hollywood following the recent writers and actors strikes have cast a shadow of doubt over several of the biggest studios' ambitious and costly new ventures, fueling concerns about delays or even a possible cancellation of the planned Warhammer productions. However, dispelling these uncertainties, there has been an official confirmation that the Warhammer project has indeed entered the production phase. In this video, I'd like to discuss the newest updates, including a major milestone that has been reached regarding the eagerly anticipated live-action Warhammer universe, and everything we know so far about this project. In December 2022, Amazon Studios announced that they had secured the rights to Warhammer 40K. In their official statement, they revealed their ambitious plans, saying, "The agreement encompasses rights to the universe across series, film, and more. This is the first deal of its kind for Amazon Studios for IP of this scale, and it allows the company to utilize the title across its entertainment businesses." Henry Cavill is set to star in and executive produce the Warhammer 40K franchise across all Amazon Studios productions. Apart from the announcement of this collaboration, there were no further details provided regarding the plans for adapting the dense and complex mythology of Warhammer. The only reveal to give fans an idea of what to expect was the fact that Henry Cavill was not only going to star in this cinematic universe, but that he would actually be fully involved behind the scenes as executive producer, actively guiding the various Warhammer productions. Cavill took to social media to express his excitement, saying, "I have loved Warhammer since I was a boy, making this moment truly special for me. The opportunity to shepherd the cinematic universe from its inception is quite the honor and the responsibility. I couldn't be more grateful for all the hard work put in by Vertigo, Amazon, and Games Workshop to make this happen, one step closer to making a nigh-on, lifelong dream come true." Cavill also shared that their first steps would be to find a creative team, a filmmaker, creator, and writer, and teasing that we should be on the watch for updates. Of special note was his promise to Warhammer fans that he would respect the IP, and adding, quote, "I promise to bring you something familiar, and I endeavor to bring you something fantastic that is as of yet unseen." As Amazon stated, this deal was the first of its kind in terms of its scale, with the intent to launch a multimedia Warhammer cinematic franchise. After a year with no further developments or updates, many started to doubt whether this ambitious project would ever see the light of day. However, we now have confirmation in regards to the status of this Henry Cavill-led Warhammer universe directly from Games Workshop, the creators of the Warhammer franchise. While Amazon had secured the rights to adapt Warhammer to the screen, apparently only now has the deal been finalized with Games Workshop, who have just confirmed they had signed a full agreement contract with Amazon and that, quote, "the next stage can begin." That stage being the hiring of cast and crew, with the creative phase to follow. Further details as to whether the project that will launch this new stage for Warhammer will be in film or television were not provided. However, in their blog post, Games Workshop did go on to say, quote, "All we can tell you right now is that an elite band of screenwriters, each with their own particular passion for Warhammer, is being assembled to help bring the setting and characters you love to the screen. This illustrious group will be championed by Henry Cavill, who stands ready to take his place as executive producer, bringing his pen, sword, and/or spear to the project." While this is an exciting update, the continued lack of details regarding the planned projects is admittedly a bit underwhelming. However, at this point, fans can at least be assured that this enormous undertaking led by Cavill is now proceeding full steam ahead, with updates about the creative team currently being assembled, hopefully to come in the near future. In regards to the storyline specifics of this new project, a past interview with Henry Cavill may shed some light regarding their approach. 2 years ago at a press event for The Witcher, Cavill said, "There are a lot of characters from the Warhammer universe that I want to be, but I can only really be one, because once I'm one, then I can't be others." So if it were to ever happen, if there were to be anything live action, I would have to be very aware of that. Warhammer is obviously character rich, and especially the 40k universe. I suppose I could play a different character from the Warhammer fantasy universe versus the 40k universe, but I'm now just dreaming. I'd have to speak to the guys at Games Workshop and see what happens. One suggested that he'd make a good Gregor Eisenhorn, a character from a trilogy of Warhammer 40k Inquisitor books written by Dan Abnett. Cavill said, "That would be exciting, yes, but then I burn Primarchs and the Captain Generals, so I don't really know." The title of Captain General holds significant prestige as it represents the highest rank within the Adeptus Custodes, the esteemed guardians of the Emperor of Mankind. This group's portrayal in the upcoming adaptation could be a focal point and makes the most sense given Henry Cavill's personal interest in the Custodes. In fact, through an Instagram post last year and in various interviews, Cavill has shared his hobby of collecting and painting Adeptus Custodes miniatures. Additionally, many envision Cavill as one of the Primarchs, who are the sons of the Emperor and fathers of the Space Marines. Fans familiar with the Horus Heresy book series might see Cavill fitting into roles like Roboute Guilliman, Rogel Dorn, or even Leman Russ. Regardless of which part of the Warhammer 40k lore or period they decide to adapt initially, it appears that Cavill will be positioned as one of the central figures in the Imperium. Considering everything we know so far, for the time being, fans' only hope for this multimedia adaptation of Warhammer comes from the fact that Henry Cavill is starring in and is creatively spearheading this new cinematic universe. Cavill's lifelong love and knowledge of the IP itself has the potential to encourage success in this new phase for the Warhammer franchise. Aside from that, with over 20 years of experience in the industry, he now feels he has the skills to guide this massive endeavor. Needless to say, the term cinematic universe has become almost a dreadful prospect to many when it comes to new media offerings which are based on beloved IPs. Instead of delivering quality stories, many attempts to produce expansive multimedia franchises have often resulted in subpar and mismanaged content. The assumption by studios that the mere association with a renowned IP guarantees commercial success has been starkly challenged by several recent high-profile failures. These so-called flopbusters have highlighted the growing dissatisfaction of audiences with half-hearted adaptations. Consequently, the importance of having a dedicated and knowledgeable team deeply versed in the complicated mythology and essence of the IP has never been more apparent. Such a team is crucial to guide and inspire other creative talents, ensuring that any expansion or addition to the 40k franchise is not only faithful, but also enriches its universe. But I'm curious to know what you think of this latest milestone for Amazon's live-action Warhammer 40k projects. Are you optimistic or pessimistic about the idea of a new 40k cinematic universe? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more sci-fi and fantasy news and lore. And if you're looking for other ways to show your appreciation, you can check out my Patreon page, where members get access to exclusive content and perks. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, have a very nerdy day.